Elephant Sessions, title track of the album For the Night, comes out on the 9th of September. You can see them on Friday at the Spey Fest in Fochabers. They're playing at Cambridge. The Isle of Bute Fest on Sunday the 31st. They'll be at the Mull of Kintyre Music Festival on the 20th of August. The day after at the Crieff Highland Gathering. Then a tour in September. Okay, thanks a lot for listening. I thought there was a little whisper of something coming on the end there. So do join me and a host of musical friends for Commonwealth of Folk. A 2-hour special next Wednesday from the earlier time of 8 o'clock. All right, so 8 o'clock next week for the Commonwealth of Folk. Stand by for Trevor Nelson after the news. This was a 7 digital production for BBC Radio 2. On the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, on an 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 10 o'clock. This is Tom Howard. Rishi Sunak and Liz Truss have been chosen to go head-to-head in the race to become the next Prime Minister and leader of the Conservative Party. The former Chancellor and the Foreign Secretary finished in the top 2 places of the leadership contest after 5 rounds of voting by MPs. The question will now go to all members of the Tory party. The Labour MP Ian Murray is looking forward to the rest of the contest, but for different reasons.
It's 2 stooges from the Johnson government, really. I mean, there's no change. These are the 2 continuity candidates that have both been trashing both their own records and the records of their former Prime Minister and the records of their own party for the last 12 years. They're giving the country nothing different whatsoever, and I look forward to the next 4 weeks where they continue to knock lumps out of each other and trash their own records.
The government has given the go-ahead for a new nuclear power station to be built in Suffolk. Sizewell C will provide electricity for around 6 million homes and support thousands of jobs. The decision forms part of Minister's strategy for cutting carbon emissions, but local anti-nuclear campaigners have said they'll consider appealing against it. The director of the Passport Office has said delays in processing applications are unlikely to ease until the end of the summer. Giving evidence to MPs on the Home Affairs Select Committee, Thomas Greig blamed an increase in passport renewals following an end of the pandemic. He said the service was working to clear the backlog but couldn't predict when things would return to normal, and accepted that some applicants haven't had a good enough service.
I'm really, really sorry about that. We're doing absolutely everything we can to make sure that they can get their passports in advance of their holidays, either by bearing down on that queue of older applications, but also by offering them expedited and upgrade services. But yes, I accept that as an organisation there are a group of customers that we should have done better with.
The Charity Commission says it has no plans to launch an investigation into reports that Prince Charles accepted around £2.5 million in cash for one of his charities. Questions have been raised about the handing over of such large amounts of money from a former Qatari Prime Minister. Our royal correspondent Nicholas Witchell has been following the story.
There is nothing illegal about making or receiving donations in cash, but of course it looked really bad. So the Charity Commission has looked into this, but it has said no further regulatory role for the Commission is required.
For the first time in the UK, women will be able to access a low-dose hormone replacement therapy product from pharmacies without a prescription. The medicines regulator has approved HRT tablets for those who've stopped having periods. And football, England's women are into extra time in their European Championship quarter-final against Spain in Brighton. It finished 1-1 in regular time, with Ella Toone scoring an equaliser for the Lionesses with just 6 minutes remaining. The weather tonight, showers easing for most but persisting in parts of northern and eastern England, mostly dry elsewhere with clear spells. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 10.
Thank you very much, and thank you, the legend that is Mark Radcliffe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go! It's Trevor Nelson's Magnificent 7.
It certainly is. Welcome to tonight's Rhythm Nation. As always, starting with the Magnificent 7, and as always, wanting to know how your day has been. Please get in touch with us, 88291 on text, WhatsApp 08000 288 291, or email trevor@bbc.co.uk.
The Magnificent 7 on BBC Radio 2.